On Saturday, former President Trump spoke at a rally in South Carolina, and he had this to say about critical race theory.
Getting critical race theory out of our schools is not just a matter of values, it's also a matter of national survival. We have no choice. The fate of any nation ultimately depends upon the willingness of its citizens to lay down, and they must do this, lay down their very lives to defend their country.
I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Critical race theory is not taught in public schools. The object of critical race theory isn't to make people feel guilty about things done in the past or to be ashamed of their country. Rather, it's an academic concept that explores how America's history of racism continues to have an impact in the U.S. today, particularly in our legal system. For Donald Trump to use inflammatory language, essentially declaring war on critical race theory, which he clearly does not understand the concept of, is unacceptable and unbecoming of a former president, let alone one who may run for the office again in 2 years. His using inflammatory language that comes close to what he said on January 6th is scary. Just as he continues to spread lies about the election, the former president and others, like Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, are lying about critical race theory to stoke distrust and sow division, and it needs to be called out. Trump and others want to whitewash history rather than teach the truth about our country's painful and difficult moments. What the former president has said about critical race theory is wrong, but what he said over the weekend isn't simply wrong, it's dangerous, and it needs to stop. We'll see you tomorrow.